And did people give you shit for the name? Were they like, you should have a nicer name?
Yeah, especially in the beginning. But my thought was, and I think I've proven that, is if it was called Christina's Knits, I wouldn't be here today.
It is Thursday, April 20th. This is the Token CEO podcast. I'm Erika. I'm the CEO of Barstool Sports. This is episode 277. Before we get into it, let's say a big thank you to Omega Accounting Solutions. It's tax week, so you are either getting ready to get some money or you're ready to pay some money, womp womp. Both of those things require accounting. So we want to say a big thank you to our accounting partner, which is Omega Accounting Solutions. What's awesome about Omega Accounting Solutions is that they are experts at all things accounting, and they are experts at a little something called the Employee Retention Credit. What's amazing about the Employee Retention Credit is that if you employed people, if you're a small business owner and you employed people during COVID, you can get up to $26,000 back per employee. So not only did you keep the economy going, you kept people's livelihoods intact, you kept your business going, you are eligible for up to $26,000 from the federal government per employee for every employee that you retain during COVID. What's great about Omega Accounting Solutions is they can help you figure out that process and make it easy for you to apply for this tax credit now. If you call 1-855-505-DAVE or visit omegataxcredits.com/barstoolsports now, you can find out if you qualify. So we had a special guest this week. I bought this hat, I don't know where, at a boutique somewhere. As I'll mention later in this conversation, there's rarely a piece of wool that I do not want to acquire. And long story short, I love this hat. It's like the perfect thickness, and I love the color, and I love the knit. It's awesome, and has like this pom-pom you can pop on and off. And I like winter, so I always like to have a hat, feel like extra warm and cozy. And I wore it in Boston when we had our offsite in Boston, and Daniela took a picture of it and we posted it on my story, and I got a DM from the maker of the hat. And that maker of the hat is this woman named Christina. Her real name is Christina Fagan Pardy, Christina Fagan Pardy, but she created a company called Shit That I Knit, and they make hats, they make sweaters, they make all sorts of stuff. We're going to carry it in the Barstool store. Barstool store. People don't know that yet, which is probably whatever. But anyways, she DM'd me she DM'd me or I wanted to DM her. She DM'd me and then I DM'd her back. And anyways, we just developed this conversation, and she was kind enough to come in and see us. So she's an entrepreneur. She created a company that knits hats and sweaters and soft goods. She quit her job in sales to do it. She's the CEO, or what she calls the chief knitting officer. Ha ha ha. But anyway, she's awesome. And I think her story is super inspiring. And here's the interview with Christina. Okay. All right. So tell us your story. Who are you? Where do you come from?
I'm Christina. I'm the founder of Shit That I Knit, and I'm from Boston. So Boston girl.
Born and raised.
Okay. Yeah. Went to school at Skidmore. So left for a couple of years. A little bit. Came right back.
It's the same.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. But I've always lived in Boston, and I love to knit. And so.
When did you learn how to knit?
When I was 10.
Okay. And who taught you?
My mom.
Your mom. Your mom was a good knitter?
I'm better than her now.
Well,
I had to fire her after a while. But yeah, she taught me when I was 10 because we spent our summers in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia.
Okay.
There's not a lot going on.
Nothing
to do on a rainy day.
It's cold.
So, it's cold. So loved to knit, kept it up through.
And what was your knitting? What was your knitting? What was your go-to? Were you a scarf person?
I was a hat person. I would knit hats because I have ADD, and a hat is quick to knit. I wouldn't get sick of it. So knit hats all the time. And so I started the Instagram account when I was 25, Shit That I Knit.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, small non sequitur is that Mrs. Portnoy knits me a scarf every year for Christmas.
No way.
I have a little purple one. I have a matching scarf and hat for 3 years running. It's my favorite gift ever.
Oh my gosh,
I think it's
so
amazing to know how to knit. I would love to know how to knit.
I'll teach you
sometime. Do you sit in front of your TV and you're you got the little, what do you call the things?
Needles?
The darn is
a darning needle is you finish something with a darning needle.
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a 3-year-old and a 4-month-old now, so I feel like the 3-year-old ruins my knitting. So
I bet
I don't knit as much
like there's like
with her.
And
and she's like wants to do it. I'm like, no, you're gonna mess this up.
Okay, so you spend your summers in Nova Scotia. Your mom teaches you how to knit. Are you the only kid in your family that learns how to knit?
She taught me and my sisters. I have 2 sisters, and they were not as good as me. And I loved it. I think I love doing something with my hands. Yeah. Like I need to constantly be doing something. And so I just kept it up through middle school. Very cool. Very popular.
Yeah, 100%.
High school.
Nothing says hot.
Nothing says hot.
High schooler,
and even in college. Knitting. Yeah. Like I'm at home.
Oh my God, you were the girl in college knitting? That's actually amazing. Were you a hippie? You don't seem like a hippie.
No, not a hippie. And I partied quite a bit. So it was sort of a dichotomy.
Probably a good hangover thing.
Yeah.
It's like comforting.
Anxiety.
Yeah.
But I just loved to knit. I almost failed out of school because I was knitting stupid things and I just didn't start my art history final paper and came in like a week before it was due and I said I wanted to switch my topic and they were like, You're can't do that.
Not so much.
Yeah, you don't have time.
So when you graduated from college, what did you think you were going to do?
I went into sales because I was an art history major and wasn't going to do much with that. So I went into tech sales. I worked at a company called Level Up in Boston, pay with your phone. So I was like literally calling pizza shops and selling them this payment system.
Oh my gosh,
terrible.
Were you good at it or not good at it?
I was really good at it.
You were good at it?
Yeah. I love sales. And I was cold calling all the time. I hated it, but
loved it.
But I was making good money and it was fun. So
and still knitting around. And like, did you outfit everyone you liked in college with hats? Like, it's you know who you were dating because of all the knitwear they were wearing.
Well, there's a old wives' tale. You're not supposed to knit for a boyfriend because it'll unravel. Which my high school boyfriend dumped me, and my mom was like, "You should have known that." I was like,
my middle school boyfriend dumped me because. Do you remember the movie The Cutting Edge? Do you remember this movie?
No.
You're probably too young for this. You two definitely don't know this movie. The Cutting Edge was a movie with D.B. Sweeney, who did come to a Barstool event once, and this little woman, I don't know what her name is, Moira, I want to say, but the whole premise was that she was a figure skater and she was a figure skater from just outside of New York City.
Yeah.
And he was a hockey player from Minnesota.
Okay, maybe I do remember this.
And then he busts up his knee and he's kind of like, he's on the skids and then he gets picked to be her partner. And then they go to the Olympics and they have the Russian coach and then they win the Olympics. They win gold, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And my middle school boyfriend was like, ew, like hockey players could never be figure skaters. And then he dumped me.
Oh.
That was probably the best thing ever. I think he's like a plumber now.
Well, I think you've won.
I don't know about that. But okay, so sorry. So you're in sales. You've knit for your friends in college. And is your mom still alive?
Yes.
Does she still knit?
Yeah. She knits a lot. Yeah.
Did you make her work for you?
She did for a little bit because I made her be my unpaid intern while we knit hats for a whole summer and went to a market in Boston in the fall.
Sawa market?
Yeah.
Okay, yep, okay.
So I did that for 2 weekends. So I was like 25 and like showing up with a really rackety like pop tent. My mom, my dad, I was like, what am I doing? Like, I'm such a loser. This is so
I don't
weird.
think so. What did you decide to lay out the first time your first like, pop-up? Anything?
Random assortment of scarves and
like
hats.
Holiday stuff?
No, it's just like hats, fall. Okay. And I had a really bad Vistaprint sign that said shit that I knit on it. And
did you trademark that?
Yep. No, I couldn't trademark it because it's considered aggressive.
Oh,
so I
really?
might have to keep going back. It was just how much money I wanted to spend in legal fees.
That's a lot.
But
okay, so sorry. You're calling on the pizza places. You're like Level Up. You're crushing the sales. You're knitting on the side. Then when's the moment where you're like, I'm going to do this for real?
So I was at another sales job by this time, and I was like knitting hats all the time. I had done a whole season. I had a team of women in Boston knitting for me.
Okay.
So they would after like.
How did you recruit them?
On Instagram. I said like, are you like me? Like, would you prefer a Friday night knitting at home and drinking a glass of wine or a bottle of wine? And I thought it was going to be all 65-year-old women, and then it was all 20-somethings who all just love to knit, like on their commute or. Netflix, whatever. Yeah. So it was just this great group of young girls. Yeah.
Okay. And then how did you pay them? Did you pay them per item?
Per item. And so I had to move home.
You were living, you were living in Boston in an apartment. Okay.
And I moved back to my parents' house. They live in Beacon Hill.
Okay.
The girls or women would come to my parents' house, pick up yarn, go home and knit it and bring it back.
Okay.
And it was great. It was a great test into production, see how it worked.
Did you pay them in cash?
I think I cut some checks.
Okay, fine.
I was not great at like quality control. I'd be like, it's fine, and pay them. And
oh shoot, because that'd be a little bit. You'd be like,
this
I
is
don't
kind
know.
of small, or like this isn't really right. So it was great, but it wasn't very scalable because it was me organizing people all over Boston.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Kind of crazy. So that was our first season.
All right. So that was, and you're still doing your day by day sales job.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So then when was the moment where you're like, screw the sales job?
I was at work and I was like, I'm doing both things half-assed. Like I'm not hitting my quota. Yeah. I am grabbing like pretty coworkers.
Thinking about is knitting.
I was like grabbing my coworkers and like, want to come model next to this brick wall? And I'd like do it. And then so when I ended up quitting my job, I was like, I need the computer to get all these photos.
Yeah. Just need to take that. I'm not stealing any information. Just my knitting models. Okay.
And I was 25 and I said to my parents, like, hey, let me do a year. Let me give it a shot. Like, if it doesn't work, I can go to their sales job, right? Like, and I don't know what I thought would.
They were supportive?
They were supportive. They were like, okay. I think their parents were like, you're crazy for letting
your grandparents were like this?
No, their parents. Like, their friends.
Oh, their friends.
Their friends. Were like, you're totally insane. Yeah. Why would you?
But why not?
Why not? Why not give it a shot?
Cares? Yeah.
And I was like, I just think I'll like look back. What if I'm 33 someday with kids? And I look back and say, I had this idea. I could have done it. Yeah. And so I wanted to try it out. So that's
okay. So then what happens?
Then I did a Kickstarter.
Okay.
I raised $25,000.
That's a lot of money.
It was a lot of money. It was like in 24 hours. It was really quick.
That's amazing. Why? What was your pitch? Like, what was your story?
I had a great video. I did a lot of my own PR for it. And it was just, I was selling the beanies we were making at a discount. And so I figured this was a great way for me to
The beanies are so thick.
Yeah, they're really thick. They're really, sometimes they're like too hot. Like, got to figure out a mid layer.
I know. I love a hot. I mean, I've never met a piece of wool that I did not like.
They're really nice. They're really soft.
Okay, wait. So you're using all the tools of the internet. I love
this. Okay. Yeah. And it was Instagram and Kickstarter, and just did that. And I mean, there are easier ways to get $25,000, but it was a great marketing ploy for me and a great way to get in front of a lot of people, customers having our hats.
And then how did you keep up with the supply?
So that's when I realized probably can't keep this adorable group in Boston. Yeah,
they're not gonna
like they've got vacation to go on and other things going on. So
and whatnot. Yep.
So I started Googling things. I have no experience in manufacturing or doing anything. Okay. Just Googled and found a group that connected me to the group we still work with today down in Lima, Peru. And so
is it a group of women?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
And they have other brands they work with. So they had like an over demand of women who were knitting.
Oh, okay, great.
And so tapped into them. And so today we employ about 400 women who all can knit.
Wow. How many hats do you make a year now?
Tens of thousands. It's a lot.
Tens of thousands of hats?
It's a lot of hats. And it's like mostly in Q4. So it's like pretty much like full on anxiety all year, and then sell them between like November and December.
You're like making. Do you decide?
It's like no money.
Yeah, poor.
Yeah, and then like I'll take you to dinner like November 30th. But like other than that, I'm like, no, it's done. I am very poor right now.
Okay, that's so cool. Okay, and then so how big is your team outside of the 400 women?
We have a team of 6 in Boston. Okay, so 6 women. It's really fun.
What's everybody's job?
We have a head of e-commerce and marketing. We have a head of logistics and operations, product, customer service,
like
and marketing.
Person?
And then a fractional CFO who helps with finance, because that's not.
What's a fractional CFO? Like you rent
part-time. He's that's nice. He works for other brands too. So
okay. Yeah, that's kind of. I have a rental CFO.
You do?
Yeah. It's nice.
I think it's a good setup.
It's perfect.
It's as much as you need
so
them.
You just hear them enough and then you're like,
yeah, okay. I don't know. This isn't fun anymore.
And do you have an office?
Yeah. Well, now we have a shared space in Back Bay on Boylston.
Okay.
But we were in a very cool artsy spot in Alston for a long time.
And did people give you shit for the name? Were they like, you should have a nicer name?
Yeah, especially in the beginning. But my thought was, and I think I've proven that, is if it was called Christina's Knits, I wouldn't be here today. No one wants to buy my. I mean, I could sell on Etsy.
I love shit that I bought. So I have had a couple of your hats.
Okay.
I, again, have not, like, you cannot put something wool in front of me. I have to buy it. I have to have it. I'm like such a cold, terrible person that I'm just like, I just need something warm and cozy. But anyways, I I didn't know the brand.
Yeah.
When I first bought it, I just loved the hat.
I'm so glad.
I
That's
loved
cool.
the color. I loved the thickness.
I love it.
I didn't even know the pom-pom came on.
Yeah, usually scares
which is
people.
amazing. But it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so great because the pom-pom always gets destroyed or you have a different mood.
Yeah.
Like
Switch
a red one with this. Like,
that'd be really cool.
Can you buy separate pom-poms on your website? You're like Veronica Beard of hats.
Yeah, I love that.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you know how she has the little
the
things?
Dickies?
Yeah, the Dickies. Do you own Veronica Beard?
I do have a Veronica Beard blazer with a
like
very expensive Dickie. But
blondes look better in it.
Really?
Yeah. We had a sales lady. She wore Veronica Beard all the time.
Really?
All the time. Okay, so people gave you shit for the name. But then when I found the name, and then I found your Instagram, and then I was like, oh my God, she's doing so much stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited that you found it on your own because I've been harassing you in other places.
It's so weird. And then I looked you up, and then I realized you DM'd me because I was going to DM you.
It's great.
Which was so fun. Yeah. Okay, so what's next?
We're really getting into the licensing stuff.
Oh, sorry. So that's
sort of.
So you're okay. So now you did the Olympics.
Yep.
So you outfit the athletes.
No, that's Ralph Lauren and Nike. But we sell like
USA hats.
Yeah, Team USA hats and mittens. The athletes can wear them, lifestyle wise.
Oh my God, I bet my hockey women would love them.
I probably have been in touch with a lot of them. So
you know what? You should help Brianna. You should make hats for like Shattuck Saint. You could do like a really. Yeah. You shouldn't do it for like.
I think I've DM'd with Brianna.
She's the best.
Yeah, I think she has one of her hats.
All right.
I think so.
Like Amanda Kessel, she's so cute. She'd be like a great little model.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'll take any
that.
intros.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so that's amazing. So now you're doing the NFL. Do you like working with them?
I do. I love working with them. No, but I really do. And it's similar thing. Like once you're in,
so they're like, we'll have a bajillion hats. Is that what they say?
So we have licensing rights to use the logos. So we're a partner of the NFL. So we sell on our website and then in Fanatics.
Okay, so this is why you can have the Patriots on your.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we sell, Patriots, Beanies, Giants.
And do you mark that up to pay for the royalty?
Yeah. Yeah. And they also have like the cool patch on it and the name and
cool, but
you have all these added things.
Okay.
So we can sell them all over the place.
That's fun.
Opened up a whole new world for me. I'm not like the most sports centric person, so I've learned a lot about football. It's like my first year ever watching football and caring.
Oh, really?
Like I was like, oh, now I understand how big the playoffs are. I started loving the Bills.
Oh, the Bills are great.
They're great. And I love the color of our hats for the Bills. I was like, I like this.
Oh, okay. The Bills are great. Josh Allen and the guy with the heart thing.
Yeah, that was a great year for them. And their fans are really fun, but I should be a Patriots fan.
You should make hats with the numbers.
We're talking to that.
Now it's not the time to join the Patriots. Like if you're
No. I was like, I think I should just pick a different team.
Definitely.
Right?
Don't even bother.
Don't kill me, anyone in Boston. But we're talking the NFLPA because you need a separate license to put numbers on things.
What if we did hats with you here? We could do great Barstool hats. That's why I wanted to do this.
Yeah, we could definitely.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
We could also do it for breast cancer. I think that'd be fun.
Could definitely do that.
Do you do breast cancer hats now?
We were thinking of doing pink for the NFL specifically, but then also we're very involved with the breast cancer organization in Boston.
Oh, we should do that. So we should get going on this.
Yeah, we should probably get going on it soon.
Okay, fine. Okay.
I'll continue to harass you.
Yeah, I'm all in. I love to be harassed. I'm a harasser myself. Okay, and then, so what's next? So now you're doing all these licensing partnerships. You're in a lot of retailers. Do you sell to someone who then sells to the end boutique?
We sell directly to boutiques, and then we also sell into Nordstrom and Anthropologie.
God, you're really big.
Kind of.
Can
we
say
feel
how
small.
big your business is?
We're a multi-million-dollar business,
which is
so
amazing.
It's
your
cool.
Mom's so proud.
They are proud of me. They're really supportive, and it is kind of wild.
Your sister's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, we shouldn't have made fun of her. I mean, they came up with a name. They're like, "You're a loser. You should have a website called Shit That I Knit." And I was like, "Okay,
that's a good idea.
GoDaddy.com."
Good for you.
But yeah, I have my moments of I'm such a loser still. But
how are you as a boss?
I think I'm a good boss. I think I could be better.
Okay.
I learn a lot from you. I love listening to your podcast. I love your no bullshit advice. Yeah.
Shit That I Knit is on brand for
yes.
we talk about.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I really respect it. I think.
Yeah, it's you gotta call it like it is.
Yeah, call it like it is.
People are so ridiculous. They're so inauthentic. I was having this conversation the other day that someone was like, people just are fake. And it's you shouldn't be fake. Yeah. People disagree at work. Weird things happen at work. Weird things happen to people.
Yeah, definitely.
So, anyways.
I you should be in the office. You should be working hard.
Yeah, just do that.
I respect that. Just work hard and then you'll get a promotion.
How is it having such a small company though? Is it catty?
No, I don't think it is catty. No, it's a really nice group of women, and it's just
people are passionate.
People are really passionate about it. I like sometimes like I'm like, oh my god, you guys, like I love how they've taken my dream and made it into their dream and
place.
And I really treat everyone. I'm like, we're all entrepreneurs because I have no idea what I'm doing. So you have no boss telling you this is exactly how it's always been done. So you have to figure it out. And if you don't figure it out, then I'm gonna fire you.
I mean, fired anyone?
Yeah. A couple people. And I'm pretty quick about that.
Definitely gotta be quick about it.
I feel like that's like the biggest thing to learn. It's like you let it linger for too long. It's like, ugh.
It's the worst. It
terrible.
kills you more.
It's like getting the icks.
It is the source.
So,
all right. So if I want a hat, where do I get a hat?
shitthatIknit.com.
Okay, love that.
And we made a discount code for your listeners.
Oh, you did?
Can use token for 20% off.
No way! I'm gonna use that. Okay, that's so fun. And it's more than just hats. It's sweaters.
More than hats. Got
all sorts of sweaters. Look at the Viva
we've got
sweater.
wraps and little bags. They're all either hand knit or crocheted or woven by our team in Peru.
That's awesome.
With bucket hats for summer, which are kind of fun.
Oh, really? So it's not just wool.
Yeah. No, I mean we got to figure out some things.
Is this
summer.
cotton?
This cotton, yeah.
That's so fun.
Chunky.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then do you want people to follow you or no?
Yeah, please.
Do you have an
Shit That I Knit.
Yeah, at Shit That I Knit. Okay, at Shit That I Knit. All right, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so code token for 20% off. How awesome is that?
Yeah.
So exciting. Do you have sales?
Yeah.
How do you know what color to pick for the hat for fall?
It's really hard, but people just want white, black, and gray.
Oh, really? Hats?
Yeah, they really are like really. I have to like push people into picking a color.
I love a bright red hat.
Yeah, like I love a bright red hat.
With like a yellow raincoat.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's classic.
Classic, like
it's
little
fun.
Paddington.
And everyone in Boston's like trudging around their black puffy coat. And I'm like, why don't you put on like a bright.
Colorful hat.
We have like actually hot pink is our bestseller after all the.
Oh, after the drabs.
The drabs, yeah. Then it's hot pink. But
the drabs, that's how I would label it on the website. The drabs.
I'm like, oh, so boring.
How do you feel about the Amazon winter coat? I hate that Amazon winter coat.
I don't like that winter coat. No.
Do you guys have the Amazon winter coat? Do you know the Amazon winter coat? Once you identify, it's
You'll
like
see it everywhere.
It's like Where's Waldo?
And do they have like the straps too, so you can like carry it?
The wings.
Yeah, the wings.
Do you know the Amazon winter coat?
Is it the one with all the pockets?
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's like the new version of it. The Amazon coat's been around for several years. I see people, if you walk up and down Fifth Avenue or in New York City,
everyone
has it. And it makes me be like, why?
Yeah. I just like bought some Amazon dupes. Cool.
What's dupes?
Like a dupe pant.
Like duplicate.
Like a what?
An Amazon dupe, like of
it's like
a line.
Lululemon, but it's like equal to Lululemon.
That's what it's called?
They're Amazon dupes. I tried.
So instead of buying Lululemon, you're buying Amazon. Like I'm wearing Amazon underwear right now. Those would be dupes.
Well, like if
it was
like Victoria's Secret,
if they're copying someone better.
Oh, really?
But I bought them and they're terrible. They fall down all day.
I hate that when your leggings
you get
are
what you
falling
pay
down.
for.
Yeah.
Which I think.
Do they call them dupes, or that's just what humans call them?
I think that's what like influencers.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an influencer thing.
It originated from it became popular from TikTok. So it's like
Are you on TikTok?
No, I'm
gotta get on TikTok.
I gotta do it.
Like your shoes.
There's dupes.
If they're there's like these are like the exact same thing except for they're not Chanel. Yes.
Yeah. They're Chanel.
Chanel loafers.
They're Chanel. I just say that mine are fake. No, but I would say that anyways.
No, I'm not fancy. These are fake.
Totally. I just love them. Totally. I always say I got everything on sale. I didn't pay that much for it.
Yeah.
Rationalize.
If I wear it 10 times.
100% cost per wear.
I'm all about cost per wear on this. I'm like, you wear your hat every day. It's like $1 per wear.
Oh, not even your hat should be free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you wear it so much.
I wear my hats all the time. I love wearing a hat. All right, that's it for today's episode. Thank you to Christina. Go to shitthatIknit.com and you can get all sorts of stuff. They have licenses with the NFL. They have licenses with the NHL. They've got all sorts of stuff. We'll make Barstool hats, but you can also get great beanies and sweaters that you would want to wear anytime and anywhere. Unless you're like in Florida, I think you might not want to do that. But otherwise, you'll want to. Oh, and you can get 20% off if you use code TOKEN.